Hey guys.
Welcome back to our channel.
Welcome back.
We've been married 1 year. Yes.
Yes, we finally made it.
I know, we made it.
They say that the first year of marriage is the most difficult, but we've made it through.
Yeah.
So we're believing for 50 more years.
For real, like time has flown so much. I can't believe it. Oh my gosh. But we thought, obviously it's not our anniversary right now, but we wanted to record this video because on our anniversary will be,
you'll be watching it, hopefully. Yeah,
you'll be watching it, but we'll be like celebrating, spending time just the two of us, no camera, and just having the most amazing day. So yeah, we told you guys that we wanted to do a Snapchat Q&A, so thank you for sending all of your questions. Can we just have a moment for this view, please? Oh my god. Yeah,
but I'm not really feeling the sun though.
Yeah, like, I love the sun.
We've been in Hawaii for a couple of days now, and this is my first time on the beach. Yeah, because I don't do sun.
Yeah, we prefer activities, but with the view, we thought let's record it on the beach. And even though my manager's over there, but you know, we can look like fools for a moment. Are you proper sweating?
Yeah, I'm proper sweating.
You okay?
Yeah.
Should we carry on?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So let's slide on with the first question. This question is from Tari Bowen, and it says, what's been your biggest struggle in your year 1 of marriage? And what does your partner do that you find annoying? After you, boo?
No, after you, babe.
No.
But you don't annoy me, you're just perfect.
That's too funny because I know that's a lie. So the biggest struggle in year 1 has been we say this all the time, but we're so different in every single area when it comes to decision making. So it's just frustrating. Like sometimes I have a way of how we should deal with a situation, or you know, I don't know, record a video even, or whatever it is. But every single situation, there's someone that you have to discuss it with and decide with. And imagine, I've done 21 years on my own, making decisions by myself. My mom, you know, she was an independent woman. She gave me and my sister independence at a young age, and then I'm here now having to join with someone to make decisions. Like I can't even like decide when I go to the toilet on my own. Tricks, I can, but just little things like. So
you're saying submission is the most difficult thing for you, yeah?
I don't know. Yeah, probably actually. Yeah, that's probably the word.
So probably for me, the most hardest thing about being married is because you get married, you have a wife, and then now you're adjusting to just being the man of the household and feeling like. Annabella didn't really apply any pressure, but me personally, I probably applied the pressure to myself of thinking I had to solve all problems by myself. And it took me a while to realize that I don't just have to lead the household in every single way, that I actually have someone here that I can consult. But at first I probably tried to make decisions by myself, and then I'll probably be hard on myself when I get decisions wrong. But yeah, it's for me, I just found it a bit more enjoyable kind of consulting Annabella about things, taking on board her ideas rather than trying to run with every idea like it's my own, and just kind of involving her in our process, and just basically settling down, because obviously I want to be the best person for her, but obviously it's a journey. So it's just kind of realizing that I'm not as perfect as I want to be, or as great as I want to be, but there's a natural process that I need to undergo to be the man that I want to be. And yeah, so not put too much pressure on myself during the process.
Yeah, that's good. Cool. And what do you find annoying about me?
What is annoying about you?
Nothing, I mean.
Apart from everything. Annabella sometimes can be a pit bull. So you could say something, and I might mean it in the nicest way possible, but then she might take it in the wrong way and then just bite back.
It's not taking it in the wrong way. Stop it. You always put it on me. Huh? You always put it on me.
What do you mean?
It's not me.
What is it?
It's you.
Oh no. But I might say something, because sometimes to me, like, it's not really that deep. I just say whatever comes to mind. But Annabella might take it such a deep way, and she might like, oh. And she's like a little chihuahua. You know those little dogs, like little chihuahua. She's one of them. So yeah, that could be a bit annoying sometimes. I'm like, babe, just chill. Just chill.
What do I find annoying about Gabes is he's just so thorough, aren't you? Just everything has to be like almost perfect.
It's not about perfect, it's just that there's a process to things. No, because sometimes
he's a perfectionist, so I think that frustrates me a lot. It's like sometimes just YOLO, you know? But he likes to plan, he has to have an idea, and you know, everything has to be planned to the T. So yeah, that's probably the most frustrating thing. Yeah,
Annabella's a bit go with the flow, blow with the wind kind of chick. So
sure.
we have a lot of conflict in that area.
Yep. So this question, and quite a few people have mentioned it, including my Deku sis, including my bridesmaid Kasha, including some other people. So the question is, when do we want to start having children? Like, people are waiting for baby Deku. You be waiting. You keep waiting.
Keep waiting. We're having too much fun out here.
Yeah, trust me.
Imagine if we were on this beach and our child's getting drowned over there. Nah, we want to just chill for a bit.
Yeah, for real. So literally, we want to wait a while. We're not sure how long yet, but
we just got a few things that we want to do and want to achieve before we bring another person into our, you know,
into our clan,
into this crew, you know.
Yeah, you know. Anyway, so that's the question on children. How many children do we want?
How many children do we want? See, I'll be happy with 3, but Anna over here wants a very big family.
Yeah, I want a huge family.
She wants a tour bus everywhere we go.
I literally want a really big family, and I'm happy to do that. I don't know if I'll pop every single one of them out, but I do want loads of kids. You know, like the Kardashian family, where there's just loads of them sitting around the dinner table, the house is always buzzing. That will be our house.
Yeah.
Seriously. Our kids will want to be in our house. They'll be bringing their friends to our house because we're going to be them cool parents, aren't we?
Yeah, we'll try, but obviously I'm thinking about the financial aspects as well, whether we can feed those many mouths. So we'll see.
Yeah.
If the Lord provides the finances, we'll just keep popping them out.
Yeah, definitely. So this question is, how did you know that Gabes was the one? What signs of confirmation did you receive? And this is a question that we get all the time about how do you know the person was the one? So we are going to do a specific video on this subject, but just at a high level, like, sometimes I think we as Christians overcomplicate this whole thing. Personally, we don't believe that there is the one person on earth for you, and I think that's what causes people a lot of frustration, because, and they put a lot of pressure on themselves because they think there's one person on this earth that they have to marry.
If you don't get that one, then it's like every other relationship that you're going to get into is going to be rubbish. But really and truly, I think like at the beginning of our relationship, Annabella and I just really got to know each other's character. We were like, I can actually see myself with you. And the question that we had to ask ourselves at that point in time is, if this person never changes, can I actually see myself spending the rest of my life with them? Because sometimes we fall in love with people's potential and we put so much pressure on them to actually change. But really and truly, you should be looking at someone where they are in the season that they're in and be like, okay, this is who you are, but can I see myself with you for the rest of my life?
Let's not over spiritualize it, because personally, I'd only been a believer for, I don't know, 6 months. Gabes had only just started becoming a Christian, and you know, we didn't have this master plan and we didn't know what God had called us to do and all this stuff. We've been learning that on our journey together, but at the end of the day, we looked at each other's character and we're like, can we be together? Can we trust that this person is going to try to make the right decisions? And you know, are they pursuing God? So that's what we looked at and we're like, yep, that is it. And we just decided that, yeah, this is the person that we're going to choose to spend the rest of our life with. We've heard of people who have had signs from God and they've said this person is the one and blah 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 blah. I also had dreams as well, but I wasn't able to interpret the dreams that well at that time because I was just a bit new believer. So I don't know, we didn't overcomplicate it. We liked each other, we took time getting to know each other, and we evaluated that, yep, I could deal with you for the rest of my life, and you're someone that adds value to my life, so yeah, we're gonna marry each other.
But what I will say is that you do know when you're going down the right path, because when I was with my ex, it's like I had all this signs that, you know, it's not working out, but what I was doing in the moment was I was over rationalizing the situation, and I was making excuses for why I should stay in the relationship when everything in my being was like, you need to leave. And you know, like when you have those 6 feelings, you know, when you're not feeling like
gut instinct.
Like your gut instinct is like, no, you need to leave this, you need to leave this relationship, it's not right for you. So I can see why people say, you know, when they meet someone that they found the one, because I truly believe that Annabella is the one for me. But at the beginning, it's like I had to, you know, hold on to my other senses as well. Like I had to actually think, like, and look at this person in the natural form, and then make a decision whether I wanted to go forward with it.
I think the peace for me was really important, because when me and Gabes first started talking, I really wasn't at peace. I really liked him feelings wise, you know, everything was good, but then I just didn't feel the peace. And I know what it's like not to have peace because of my previous relationship. So I wasn't able to say yes to Gabes until I had the peace within my heart, and that took 6 months, but he was still there throughout that whole process, and we were moving in the right direction. But I really think we had to go through that journey so that I could develop in who I am and get rid of all the stereotypes that I had in terms of, oh, he needs to be a pastor, he needs to be like this, he needs to be like that, and realize that actually where you at and all, like, you're not Miss Perfect either. So I think it just took that time. We needed that time, that 6 months, that we could really get more rooted in God and really understand whether we're the right person for each other. And then after 6 months I had so much peace, and it really surpassed all understanding, and since then we've just been go go go. So we did choose to be each other's one, which is something that we always say. It's a choice. So,
and you have to, rather than focusing on finding the one, you have to focus on being the one. Like, you need to realize that, you know, what's your character saying? How are you gonna add value to someone's life? Sometimes we look so much out, you know, outwardly, when you need to be looking at yourself. Because I always say that I wasn't really looking for Annabella when I found her. Like, I was just literally focused on my books, and there she came. She had good character. We then went forward. There was no complexity or you know, there was a process of us getting to know each other, but it wasn't like, sometimes people put too much pressure on themselves.
And one error that the person makes, and you're like, oh, you are not the one, it can't be, I can't believe, you know, there's so much to it. Like, that's why we're going to do a full video on it, because we're not saying our journey was easy at all, because we came from 2 different backgrounds, 2 different perspectives, but yeah, we decided that we were the one, and we just moved with that from the get-go and not look back on that decision. What was your first impressions of each other?
Oh, first impression? I was like, oh, she's cute, she's good looking, tall, slender, but I wasn't even looking. I wasn't really looking.
For our first conversation, what did you think?
Oh, I thought, oh, like, she has a really sweet voice. She's just someone I could really get on with, because me, I'm a natural introvert and I don't really talk to that many people. But when I was speaking with Annabella, like, there was a sense of, oh, like, I actually want to have a talk with this girl again. And that's how for me it started. It's like,
it takes a lot for Gabes to want more of a conversation with you. Like, he's really introverted. So
and I'm probably running away from more conversation than I'm trying to start conversation. But yeah, with Annabella, I just enjoyed her company.
Yeah, that was really true. For me, I think the first time I saw him, I was like, damn. I like, you know, tall, dark.
Why do you have to say dark like that?
Looking kind of people, you know. But yeah, I thought he was very attractive, but I just didn't even cross my mind that he would be my husband. Like, I think I was just I wasn't
a pastor, basically. I didn't own a church with 25 campuses across the globe yet, you know.
No, basically he wasn't in our Christian circle, and he didn't come to my Bible study, so I was just like, oh yeah, you know, he's not on the same page as me. I was like one of those people.
She was a snob.
Yeah, I think I really was. But anyway, I've been humbled. So for me, I just found him very attractive. I liked his knowledge in terms of like career development and stuff like that. He was very, very, very disciplined, and I really liked that about him. And I just liked the fact that he just wasn't easily moved by people's opinions and stuff, and he was very thoughtful. So my first impression of him was like, wow, this is a really nice guy, and I was trying to set him up with other people instead of myself. So yeah, that was my first impression. Just a really nice guy, someone who was quiet. I like quiet people because I find it difficult to be quiet. So yeah, it was nice, very wise. Cool. This question is from Eviva. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but it says, what do you fight about, and how do we resolve our issues? Do we go to bed with unresolved problems?
We fight about everything.
Literally, we actually went to bed with an unresolved argument in Hawaii. Like, it's been real.
You see, with this whole going to bed with unresolved arguments, is that I don't actually like to do that. I like to resolve things on the spot. But Anna sometimes can be a little bit of a whiny.
No, sometimes don't even try.
Little whiny.
Wow, he's very stubborn as well. So sometimes he'll just have a stroke and he just won't talk. And I'm just like, let's sort this out. And we sometimes shake each other and we're like, we're not gonna have a dead marriage. We're not having a dead marriage. So sometimes I'm the stroppy one. Sometimes Gabes is the stroppy one. And yes, we do go to sleep, because sometimes you're having an argument in bed and you fall asleep. And sometimes it's just long to resolve it. But obviously the Bible says to not go to bed on your anger. But how do we resolve conflicts? We just choose, like,
mate, our line is not that deep.
Yeah. Like, in the grand scheme of things, what are you gonna do? Divorce? Like,
no,
for us,
We don't even throw that D-word around.
Yeah.
So no, like I don't know. You can make an argument out of anything, like having the smallest milk in a carton, but it's really not that deep in the great scheme of things. Like there's only certain things I think that's really gonna like wind us up like crazy, which is like if we ever did something stupid outside of our relationship, like committed adultery, or if we're physically abusive to each other. Like really and truly, those are the things that you're supposed to get angry about. But most people get in arguments over the stupidest and get offended over the littlest things. And like Annabella and I are always saying that we're very different, so the way that we articulate and approach situations are different, and sometimes it's not actually a personal attack. So basically I grew up by myself without Annabella, and we approach life differently, and sometimes it's just seeing each other as just knowing that your partner's not evil. I think that's the thing. The
bottom line is that your partner had the right intentions.
It may have come across wrong, but the intentions were right. And
people make wrong decisions all the time. Like sometimes we just have to cut the slack and just realize that actually we want to enjoy this relationship. So for us, it's like because we're best friends, if we're not talking, then it's just a frustrating thing. Like we're just like, oh, you know, I live with you. How am I not going to be talking to you? So I think forgiving each other quickly is just the key, and not holding grudges, not holding resentment, not being easily offended. And at the end of the day, we're molding into becoming more like Christ. So every situation is an opportunity to become better in who you are. So instead of attacking the person, just realize that actually, what could I have done in this situation? Like you have to look within at the end of the day, because the only person that you can change is yourself.
We don't attack each other, we attack the problem, and we just basically say, okay, what's the problem at hand? Let's talk about it and let's just deal with it rather than attacking each other.
But we do still attack each other sometimes. Let's not get
we still attack each other.
That's our mentality anyway. To try and get through things.
Just try and get through. Talk through things early. Don't have a heavy heart, and just
we'll talk about everything. Like if we've got a problem, we'll talk about it. So we don't hold things.
And don't wait for an apology. Probably go and apologize first.
This is a question from someone who said, I'm in a relationship and sometimes just wish we got married already. But I know God has a purpose for the wait. Based on your experience, how did you focus on waiting and not rushing to get married? That question's a really good one. Like, how do you wait when you're with someone? You know that you want to get married. You know you're meant to get married, but you have to wait. Like, mate, I was so impatient. I was like, where is the ring? Like, what is going on?
One of those
I was like, you're being long. Our parents haven't even met yet, which means you're not going to propose anytime soon. And Gabes would not give anything away. We always spoke about getting married, but he just didn't give anything away. So yeah, I'm not a patient person, if I'm being honest. Like, it is a hard thing to do, so I feel your pain, girl. I feel your pain.
And I wanted to be married, but there's a few practical things that we didn't have. We didn't have the finances.
Men want to be financially stable, they want to be able to look after you and stuff like that. So if they feel like they can't do that yet, that's what keeps the waiting. So I personally, like, you need to remember that he does want to marry you. You have to be talking about marriage, you know, you have to trust that he has the right intentions, but the practicalities of it might take longer. So if you remember that, that's what sort of keeps you going. Obviously it's a different situation if they've not said anything about marriage, you're even scared to bring up the conversation. That's completely different. But if he's already told you, like, you're the person that I'm going to marry, I just need you to be patient. Really what you have to do is just practice patience and literally ask God for patience, because that's all you can do.
And the thing is, if you're not patient, you're going to be complaining when you're engaged, and you're also going to be complaining when you're married, because it's not really about getting married. It just means you could just be an impatient person, and that character will just carry you out. So just see it as an opportunity to exercise a sense of patience. And yes, getting married is exciting, and I understand that you want to live in the same house and have sex, and you want to have sex and all that good stuff. But literally, like, there's going through the journey is exciting, and just talking about it, thinking about things that could be, but there's also things that needs to be done today. You don't have to wait till you get married to do some things in terms of like getting to know each other and exposing yourself to.
You can have really fun date nights as well.
Have really fun date nights. Keep it exciting and stuff. Have marriage as the goal, but don't idolize marriage either.
And it's really important. Just literally develop your character. It's so hard. All the seasons that we go through, there's an opportunity to become more like Christ in that season. So for me, like, when I had to be patient when waiting for Gabes to propose is a real struggle. And now I'm more of a patient person because we went through that waiting season. So I know you don't appreciate it right now, but later on when you're more of a patient person, you'll be like, oh yeah, thank God for that season where I had to wait for him to propose and all that stuff. But just trust that he is going to propose, and it's just a matter of timing, and in that time use it as an opportunity to develop your patience character.